A very happy girl today
Yeah,
because you
I
guys.
am. We got prom tonight too. It's been a great week for us.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
How many of you right now would be at the hairdressers?
Oh, well, she does hair. I do not. Not my thing.
All
But
right.
yeah.
Hey, let's talk about the games this week
Yeah.
against Marion Center. You knew how tough they were. They beat you earlier this season,
Yeah, they were
7-0.
undefeated going into it, which was super huge for us to take the dub on them 2 times.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So what was it like heading into that first game, knowing that you had to win it in order to make it into the championship game?
well, if I'm being honest, I knew we had a lot of people who doubted us. Certain softball teams were against us the whole time. That was our motivation. We knew that we wouldn't be in that more than we wanted them to come in the Heritage Conference Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So going into the first game against Marion Center, we were all very excited. Like the energy was high, and I feel like that's what did us in. We all were very super energetic, and we really wanted to win. We were confident in what we could do in our abilities. So
And then you head the very next night to Northern Cambria to take them on in the championship game.
yes.
That turned into a nail biter, didn't it?
It did. It did. We had them there 8-0 for the longest time, and then they came back a little bit, making it interesting, keeping the game alive. You know what I'm saying? But we we ended up coming home with the win. So that's really all that matters. We had Emerson Skirball in the field back there with a phenomenal game-winning catch over there.
Emerson, raise
robbing the girl.
raise your hand, Emerson, so people on Facebook can see you. Yay! Yay! Come on up here. Come on up here. Step up to the microphone. All right, so the ball is in the air. It's dark, and you're heading back toward the fence. What are you thinking right in that moment? Oh, Lord, get me out of here. What was it like for you?
I wasn't really thinking it was close to the fence, so I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah?
It was like a normal ball to me. I don't know.
Just tracking the ball.
Yeah.
Tracking the ball. And it got there. Were you surprised that you were able to hold on to it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. And were you very, very happy in that moment, too, I would
Yeah, I
guess?
was.
Yeah, well, that's a great catch, and I've seen it, and you did a fantastic job. All of you did, though, so let's meet all the members of the team, and each of you step up to the microphone. Tell us who you are. Tell us what you play.
Okay, I'm Hannah Faust. I'm the pitcher for the team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm Madison Sutzman. I'm the third baseman.
I'm Bryn Gardner. I'm the shortstop.
Uh-huh.
I'm Hannah Arley, and I'm left field. I'm Brooklyn Furman. I'm first base.
Uh-huh.
I'm Kirsten Smith. I'm center fielder.
Okay.
I'm Tori Faust, and I'm the catcher.
Uh-huh. Come on up.
I'm Alexis Yanitz. I am the backup left fielder.
Uh-huh.
I'm Bailey Dunlap. I'm the backup third baseman and utility.
Okay. Who else? Who hasn't been up? You haven't.
Victoria McCulley, and I'm the backup center fielder.
Okay, I talked over you, so say your name again because I talked over you.
I'm Victoria McCulley, and I'm the backup center fielder.
Okay, very good.
I'm Abby Pinus, and I play backup right field.
Uh-huh.
I'm Michaela Ingmeyer, and I play backup right field and left field.
Uh-huh. Is that everybody? Well, that's a pretty darn good group of girls we have here. So you guys are the Heritage Conference champions, and you're heading into the District 6 playoffs, and you'll get a home game next week. And so you've had a few days to digest this whole thing. And Hannah, come on up to the microphone.
Oh, okay.
Because we hear your name a lot. We hear your sister's name a lot. We hear Bryn's name a lot. You guys are team leaders, and
Thank you.
and you especially on the mound. You're the one that has to fire the ball. You handle the ball on every play. So tell me about that and how good or how bad that coach is of yours.
My coach, I mean, there's nothing like hearing Hannah throw a strike. I mean, it does help. I will say that. But yeah, having the ball come to your glove, you realize that's where everything starts and everything ends is on the mound. And I think that with that comes a lot of mental strength that you need to handle in that game. I really needed to. I know going into when things got a little hectic in the sixth inning, I did get a little nervous, I'm not going to lie, but Emmy Skirball helped me regain confidence, and we got it together, and I realized I had to put it together for that last strikeout because that was huge. And a couple of players, like the top of their lineup in the last inning, I knew it was big striking them out because that's where they get a lot of their energies from their better players, and I knew I had to help take that down.
All right. So and you did it with the bat too. All of you have done it with the bat. You and Tori both have been slugging it pretty good, and Bryn has as well. Bryn, come on up. And you play again what position? You're shortstop?
Yeah.
You're the shortstop.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about infield cohesiveness. People look at a softball team and they see that third baseman playing up there wearing every bit of protective gear she can. She puts a mattress over her. She wears a construction helmet, whatever she can, in order to avoid getting slugged. But infield working together, it's really the whole idea of what teamwork is about, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. We all have to like keep good energy. I like having a good team bond, and like especially us knowing like we have each other's backs. Like I always tell Hannah to like stay calm in there, like be confident because we have her back. Like we can field for her.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric's always like telling us like our plays, like, oh, I moved to the right a little bit more. I'm in the hole. I'm midway. We're doing all our plays. Like I'm always moving around wherever I can be. Like I remember the lineup, so I know where to be, where they hit the ball. Just always knowing about what you have to do.
There's a lot of study that goes
Yeah.
into it, isn't there?
Yeah, you have to just pay attention and like be on your toes at all times.
Yeah, and infield practice is something that is really key as well. I think that's the thing that we think of most is we see you in the games. We don't see the work that goes into getting you into the games. Right. And that's is more important, I think, than what you do in the game. Because if you're practicing right, then when the game of situation occurs, it should be second nature to you.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, terrific. Who is that third baseman again?
Me, Madison.
Yeah, Madison. You get to gear up for playing third base. That's not an easy job, is it?
No, I don't even wear a face mask. So.
Don't you really? Madison, what's the matter with you?
No, I don't know. I grew up playing baseball, so it doesn't really like scare me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Takes quick reflexes though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How bruised are your shins at any given time?
Well, right now I have one bruise on my left shin. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a rough position to play because you're right up there. Most batters are right-handed.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get something hit at you in the course of a game, and you have to play the bunt game too, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Because in softball, the bunt game is a pretty important thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the coaches call 30 for me and tell me to move up and back. It really helps.
Yeah. Okay. Give me the three outfielders. Come on up. And tell folks again who you are.
Kirsten Smith.
Hannah Arley.
Mm-hmm.
Emmy Skirball.
All right. Who's best at hitting the cutoff man? All right. Well, let's put it this way. Who gets yelled at the most for not hitting the cutoff man?
Probably Hannah.
Probably. That is called being thrown under the bus. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Outfield play is so important, though, because once the ball gets beyond the infield, the task becomes to get it back in because shorter base paths and you got to move.
Yeah, for sure. It gets stressful out there.
Yeah. And when the ball hits on wet grass and skids, that's a whole different thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very light on my feet, so I trip a lot.
All right, one more time. I need a catcher up here. Who's my catcher? Here's my catcher. It's another Faust girl. Does this happen all the time that your sister says, let's go throw some more?
No, not really.
No? But you're good if she does, right?
She doesn't really need to. She just has natural talent, you know.
Yeah.
Just born blessed.
Yeah. All right. So how many times this season has a foul ball knocked you in the mask?
Quite a few, I must say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how often have you gotten face to the next pitch and really not known where you were? Have there been a few times when you got your bell rung a little bit?
Yeah, but I just deal with it, you know.
Yeah.
'Cause you have to.
You do. You do. Well, congratulations to all of you on getting this far. Let's get some coaches up here. Eric Faust. And we'll get you all introduced as well. We're 21 minutes after 8, by the way, boys and girls, and on the way, the CBS Sports Minute with Mr. Boomer. So folks recognize voices here. Let's have you each introduce yourself. Frank?
I'm Frank Harsh.
I'm Eric Faust.
And I'm Brock Harsh.
All right, so you guys are the ones who are in charge of this rowdy gang of girls. Let's talk a little bit about this season, how it has gone, what your expectations were going in.
Well, you know, going into the season, I talked to the girls about the Heritage Conference Championship. And, you know, it was tough. But the girls are very resilient. You know, pretty much let them go, do what they want to do. And they respond. They respond that way.
Yeah.
And, you know, softball should be fun. And we try to make it fun for the girls to play softball.
Absolutely.
And I couldn't have done it without Eric, our volunteer, and my assistant, Brock Harsh.
Yeah. So, Frank, you had them keyed in on the Heritage Conference. That means you have to get them through the states, the districts in the states, okay?
No pressure, right? No pressure.
Hey, Brock, let's talk about working with these girls. And I know for them to get to the point at which they obviously have to have had a bunch of skills coming in, but then you guys get a hold of them and you have to refine those skills and make them into a team.
Sure. These girls are very coachable. And as a coach, I think that's the number one thing that you try to look at with your players is how they respond to your ability to coach. If you tell them something, whether they do it, whether they not do it. And I don't know if we have one girl here that doesn't do that. Sometimes we have to tell a few a little more than others, but we tell them, stay back, drive the ball opposite field, stay down on the ball, hit your cuts. The cut thing, not so much, but but they're good. They respond very well, and they're very coachable, and it's an enjoyment this year to have to work with these girls and to get where we were.
Yeah. So the ones that don't get it as well, does their name rhyme with Faust at all? Just because I know.
No comment.
Dad. I know their dad. Eric, you must be a very proud dad.
It's exciting. It's exciting. Pinch myself every day.
Yeah. Well, you've got such a great group of girls to work with, and as this season came in, I know that you all had expectations. Everybody in the room had expectations. Have you exceeded those expectations right now, or are there still things out there for you?
For me, it's like, I would love to win a district game, and then we'd have to play Marion Center again, and then we would go to the states. And, for these girls to participate in the state tournament would be unbelievable.
Yeah. So coming up on Monday, you have who?
Penns Valley.
Penns Valley. They got to take a long trip to get here.
Yes, they do. They've got a good team.
Yeah.
Even though they're fifth seeded, they play a lot of AA, AAA schools. So.
How pleased were you that you got to bump up to the fourth seed and not have to be the one taking the long bus ride? Because you going to Penns Valley would be doing what they have to do to come here.
Yeah, 2 years ago we had to go to Southern Huntington, and as the girls remember, we took the bus, and it was a 2-hour trip to Southern Huntington, and we lost that game. So we're very fortunate to have a home field advantage.
Yeah, I had to do a Penns Manor basketball game at Southern Huntington this year. And it's 3 hours from where I live to get to Southern Huntington, so that was not fun. That's not a good trip at all to have to take, especially in the middle of winter. At least you get good weather to drive in, huh? Hey, congratulations to this entire group. The Blairsville girls are the Heritage Conference champions and moving into the District 6 championship tournament, and you'll play on Monday against Penns Valley, and who knows where it goes from there. Saying goodbye on Facebook, and we wish you all the best. Congratulations again. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160.